Your 3D printer only becomes the bottleneck to profit when you've got a queue of orders and you can't print fast enough to fulfill them. You are the reason that you're making less money than you could from 3D printing. If you give a basic printer and some free CAD software to a good business person, I'd back them to make more money than a mechanical engineer with a high-end 3D printer and access to SolidWorks. So stop tweaking your settings, editing slicer profiles, printing articulated slugs that you downloaded, and start focusing on developing products. Coming up with product ideas is the biggest hurdle that stops people from making money from 3D printing. If you have a stack of ideas, then you've got a never-ending list of design work to get done. You just need to show some dedication and consistency to take these ideas through concept development, iterations of prototyping, to ultimately get eyes on them from potential customers and then start making an income. A lot of people will have loads of good ideas and they'll even know exactly what it takes to go through the process of turning that idea into a product, but they still don't follow through. And the reason often is that they plant these seeds of doubts, reasons and excuses why it won't work. One of the most common reasons that people give for not following through with their product idea is that 3D printing isn't a good enough manufacturing process. You'll be able to see the layers and the top surface won't look great. But think about it this way. When was the last time you bought a product and questioned how it was made? When you thought, oh, what were the injection moulding parameters of this? I wonder whether this was sand cast or lost wax cast. It's not something that goes through customers' minds. If your product serves a purpose, if it does a job, if it adds value to them, benefits their life in some way, then they'll love it. It doesn't have to look perfect and it's not going to be interrogated from that perspective. 3D printer owners themselves are the only people who really care about print quality. So if you've got a relatively modern 3D printer, think an Ender 3 or a Prusa Mark II or up, your quality is not an issue. It's not the bottleneck, you're the bottleneck. Start coming up with product ideas, start following through on your ideas to develop products and list them for sale. Solve printer problems when they actually become a problem. I mentioned right back at the start of the video that I'd back the business person to sell 3D printed products more than I would the mechanical engineer. But the truth is there's actually quite a wide range of skills required to be successful selling 3D printed products. Some are very much engineering skills, some are business skills. We've then got sales, marketing, photography, copywriting, all sorts in between. So I've not mastered all of those skills. I've just brought each one of them up to a high enough level to allow me to make a good income selling 3D printed products. And I hope with all the content I'm going to put out that I can help you to do the same.